welcome back to the channel. First of all, I sincerely apologize for making you wait this long. Let me say this clearly, YAO is completely different from what most players think. He is a top-tier hero with overwhelming potential, comparable to Luna and Jane. But the problem is, most players never discovered that potential. In this video, I'll show you the basics to play YAO decently, and I'll also share insights from my personal experience of over 900 matches on this hero. Now, his full potential, the advanced builds, deep combos, matchup breakdowns, that deserves dedicated separate videos. Whether I make those depends entirely on your support and demand.
开始撤退。
And as always, your support keeps this channel alive. Alright, let's get into it. Before we dive into gameplay, let's break down exactly what YAO does, because understanding his kit is the foundation of everything. Passive Gift of the Stars. Every time one of YAO's skills lands on an enemy, he recovers health. Even if you miss, you still get half the recovery. But here's where it gets interesting. Every skill use also builds up star power stacks. Fill that bar, and his next skill becomes enhanced. Activate that enhanced skill, and his next basic attack transforms into a dash strike, closing the gap and dealing bonus physical damage. What this means in practice, YAO rewards you for constantly using skills. The more aggressive you are, the more you heal, the more enhanced skills you trigger. His passive is essentially a system that punishes players and rewards relentless pressure. Skill 1, Starlight Slice. YAO spins his blade and deals physical damage to all nearby enemies. It's straightforward, but don't underestimate it. Short cooldown, wide area, excellent for jungle clearing and close-range trading. This is one of his two primary damage tools. Skill 2, Star Rush. YAO dashes forward, dealing physical damage to enemies in his path and slowing them. Slow scales with level, starting at 25% and reaching up to 50% at max level. The slow duration also grows from 1 second all the way to 2 seconds. This is your gap closer, your chase tool, and your escape route, all in one. But there's a hidden weapon inside Skill 2 that most players completely overlook. I'll reveal that in just a moment. Skill 3, Return to Dust. This is his most important skill, and honestly, one of the most unique ultimates in the entire game. Let me explain both parts. The passive first. 40% of all damage YAO takes is converted into star reduction. But, and this is critical, it only takes effect after 2 seconds. So if you take a burst of damage and immediately activate, when you do activate, YAO snaps back to his position from 2 seconds ago, dealing magical damage to every enemy in his path and at the landing point, while removing all accumulated star reduction. In one move, it's a rewind, an escape, a punish, and a cleanse. Master the timing on skill 3, and you become nearly impossible to kill. The hidden weapon skill, the secret. Now about that hidden weapon in skill 2 I mentioned. This game has a reputation, some call it honor of crowd control, and they gave YAO something truly nasty hidden inside this skill. When YAO hits enemies with his enhanced skill 2, he launches multiple enemies into the air, a full knockup. Targets can't react, can't escape, can't retaliate. This is the secret behind YAO's sudden burst attacks. A good YAO player builds stacks, waits for the enhanced skill 2, and then the fight is basically already decided before the enemy even realizes what happened. Now let's talk about combos. And here's something I want you to understand right away. YAO is a combo-dependent hero, yes, but his combos are not limited. You can and should create your own combinations based on your situation and opponent. If I go deep into that, it'll need an entire dedicated video. For now, I'll cover the most effective and commonly used combos. Remember in all combo notation here, B equals basic attack. Numbers refer to skill number, and stacks refer to star power stacks before engaging. Standard engage combos. Your core all-in combo. Maximum damage, clean execution. Use this when you want a second ultimate hit for extra magical damage output. If the target tries to escape, the second skill 2 keeps you on them. Finishing low health targets. Fast, aggressive finisher combo. No hesitation. Ambush combos, when YAO has been stationary for 2 seconds. This means your skill 3 rewind point is directly under your feet, meaning you can dash in, do full damage, and snap right back to safety. These combos are devastating. If the enemy tries to chase you after your initial burst, you engage, deal damage, and the moment they chase, you're already gone. The Devastation combo, high cooldown reduction required. This combo requires a minimum of 35% cooldown reduction. It's designed to deliver 2 separate waves of damage to the entire enemy team. However, in team fights, I personally recommend focusing on one specific target rather than going wide. Build your 2 stacks, always open with 2 gives 2, and the rest flows from there. For jungle rotation, always start with 1 stack, not 2. Starting at 1 stack clears camps faster. You can begin at either the red or blue buff. Red clears slightly faster, but honestly for me, it doesn't matter. I always prioritize whichever side gives me the best gank opportunity. Reading the map matters more than a fixed rotation. Now, the build section, arguably the most important part of this entire video. YAO is a versatile hero who can adapt to multiple playstyles. But here's the thing, he is heavily item dependent. Your build is wrong, your damage will feel hollow no matter how well you play. Build according to your playstyle and always optimize. I'll cover jungle builds first, then Clash Lane. Playstyle 1, the poking build. For players who prefer weaving in with enhanced basic attacks and retreating to safety, this build gives you solid skill damage paired with high basic attack damage. The arcana setup remains the same across all builds. Playstyle 2, the fighter build, my recommended build. This is for players like me who treat YAO as a fighter, not an assassin. Constantly engaging, constantly dealing damage, surviving through the chaos rather than running from it. This build delivers over 800 physical defense and over 900 physical attack. It gives you the burst damage you need while keeping you alive long enough to use it. One item I must highlight, do not replace Cuirass of Savagery. Ever. It massively amplifies YAO's damage output. And for a burst hero, that item is not optional. If the enemy mage is giving you trouble, replace Overload's Might with Demos Bane. If the enemy has a high burst mage like Dodgy Angela or Mai, you must use Succubus Cloak. After mid-game, Boots of Resistance are mandatory on YAO, non-negotiable. Playstyle 3, the Tank Fighter build. For players who love making enemies feel helpless, high tankiness, with enough damage to still be a serious threat. These builds are specifically designed for that style, Clash Lane. I'll be honest, my Clash Lane experience with YAO is limited. But based on what I know, I can recommend builds that should perform decently. Take these as starting points rather than definitive answers. Now for the bonus section, tips from 900 matches. YAO is versatile, nimble, and explosive. He has no hard counter except two things, crowd control and slowing effects. Those two mechanics completely shut him down. If you're caught in a hard CC chain or a heavy slow, you can't combo, you can't escape, you can't do anything. My advice? Ban the heroes you cannot handle. My personal #1 ban is always Liang. Beyond that, heroes like Dong Huang, Mosey, Dodgy, Zia, Shi, Mai can become extremely disruptive to YAO's game plan. In the Clash Lane, watch out for Charlotte, Fusey, and Miyu. They can block your path and disrupt your flow. For marksmen, be confident, but never arrogant. YAO can burst a marksman to 0 in seconds. But if the enemy roamer is nearby, and you fail to finish the kill, and all your skills enter cooldown at once, you are finished. There's no recovery from that. Blue buff is essential for YAO. Never let teammates take it. Never let enemies steal it. In mid-game, do not engage without blue buff. In late game, prioritize red buff for the extra damage boost. That's everything for this video. I hope this gave you a solid foundation to start your YAO journey. But remember, as I've said multiple times throughout this video, YAO has layers that a single video simply cannot cover completely. Dedicated videos on builds, combos, and matchups are possible, but only if you want them. If you genuinely learned something today, support the channel. Leave a comment, tell me what you want next. Every bit of support keeps this going. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.